Is it possible to have too many moving averages on charts? Yes. Yes, absolutely. I only have, I mean, if you look, this is my swing trading chart, and I've got my 20 period moving average, which is part of the Bollinger Bands, right? I've got the 50, I've got the 100, and I got the 200. So I only have the broads 50, 100, 200, right? And just the 20 period simple. That's it on my swing charts. And you're going to see what I have on my CTV Plus. So this is CTV Plus. So you can see this looks very similar to CTV. The difference that you're going to see here is this says SPY 2 minute. Still got the SPY 5 minute, right? But instead of SPX doing CTV, this is my SPY CTV. But absolutely, after a while, moving averages drive you bananas. But here, you can see I've got the 3 and the 5, blue and yellow, right? That's the 3 period moving average and the 5 period moving average. And I have this pink crosses is the 20 period simple. So these are EMAs, exponentials, and this is the 20 period simple. And that's it. Those are the only moving averages I use. I lied. I got the 10 right here. I like having the 10 and the 20 together. I just do. See, 10, 20, 5, 3. Beautiful. It's a beautiful ribbon. 3, 5, 10, 20 on a 2-minute chart. Very effective. Look how it swings and pop, and then they're all in alignment. Pull back, boom, pop, all in alignment. Got it? Okay. So I'm going to take you back in time just to Friday, because there's a really important lesson here. So check this out. Let me just hold your questions now so I can kind of go through this. So this is the first time of day zone. If you're on the East Coast, it's 9:40. And what I have said, brilliantly, I might add, the first shift of the morning typically is at around 9:40. Do you see it? Can you see it on my chart? That's 9:40. Oh my God. But the 10 o'clock doesn't happen until here, even though there's stuff going on here. So I want to share some interesting rules with you that you can add. This is a time of day zone. So the shift could happen anywhere within this range. And then this is obviously the 10 o'clock time of day zone, or zone number 2, 10 a.m. Eastern. So typically my rule is when you're coming up on a time of day zone, you want to, 2, 3, 4 candles, whatever it is, you want to look at the direction, down, 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 and then look for the reversal the other way, which would be that way. But then some might say, but yes, look, it's coming up this way. So if I'm coming up into the time of day zone this way, the shift is going to be this. And you would be right. You could actually, on this day, could you all see, you can interpret it either way. Again, my rule is when you're coming up on a time of day zone, you want to look at the direction. If the direction is going up into the time of day zone, up to 10 o'clock, you're looking for that. Everybody understand that? You're looking for the shift to the downside. But then some might say, yeah, but okay, I'm waiting. Oh, it's going down, going down. But just about 10 o'clock, I guess I should be looking for that. Now, if you follow my rules, it won't matter because you'll get it right by just following the rules. Now, this is going to blow your mind if you've been doing this for a little while. But can you all see how this could be interpreted in two ways? You could either be looking for that, and you would have lost, right? I thought it was shifting this way, and it ended up going this way. Or you could say it's coming down, it's coming down, down, down. Here, maybe I should take it to the upside. You could go either way with this, and it doesn't matter. All right, so hold that thought. I'm coming back to this. 9:40. 1, 2, 3 candles. At this point, you really should be thinking that the 10 o'clock shift is going to be coming to the upside, because the 9:40 magic time, and it's usually right at 9:40, even though I have a zone here, whatever is the majority of that zone. Like, I mean, look at this, right? Really, the shift for 10 o'clock, whether it happens here or here or here, right? In terms of time, you're probably looking for an upward move, since at 9:40 it went this way. So you're really looking for the 10 o'clock move this way. So that's something I want you to just consider is at 9:40, what does it do? Well, it goes down 1, 2, 3, medium. Well, then that means I'm looking for this. Okay, let's take that premise first. Okay, let's say that I see the 9:40 time of day zone. It's coming down. I'm looking for the shift. Oh, now I start to see a shift. Is this not what you look for right here? Isn't that price action? Sure is, right? You get reversal candle right there. Boom. You get confirmation candle. Boom. You get the moving average cross right here. Boom. Those are the three things you need, right? Boom, boom, and boom. And so then we look for an indicator confirmation. And what do you get? RSI crosses over the 50%. You get the green bar. Check. I need a blue shift dot. Check. I need green trajectory. Check. Not only do I want green trajectory, I want, if I can get it, I'd love to get the move from red to green below the 50% line, closer to the green down here. Why? Because this is a cycle indicator. If it's all the way up here, it doesn't mean it can't stay up here, but your chance of success typically are better. Chances are better when you are going from low cycle to high on the 2-minute chart, right? So do you all see how this perfectly lines up to take the trade? Even the new people. Any newbies? Who's the new person? KPT or whatever that was? KYP, HKP, Hiccup Trader, HKP and Tamar, right? Yeah, that makes sense, right? Take the damn trade. Not so fast. Hold on. So this is going to be one of the musts to master. And we talk about it all the time. And it's called test, retest. This is a principle from the masterclass. If you really want to be good at CTV, you should be a masterclass member, because this is what we teach. And everything in CTV has its roots in what I teach in the masterclass, because the masterclass is price action mastery, just on a little bit of a longer time frame. The reason why you don't take the trade here, there are several. In fact, I could give you 1, 2, 3, 4. I could give you 4 reasons why you don't take the trade here. And I'm sure you're all looking right at it with me, yes? So the first reason you would not want to, I suppose you could connect this 20-period simple in with the moving averages and just say, well, they know that, they're all kind of lift together. It's just lagging. It's sort of lagging behind the 10. It's lagging behind the 5 and certainly lagging behind the 3. But as they all kind of come together, it should lift up. So if you wanted to say, I'll wait until I'm above the 20, okay, fine. But you've got, see this red and green line here? That is yesterday's close. That's why we have it on the chart. This is the pre-market high. That's why we have it on the chart. And so they are proven levels, when you're going up into them, proven levels of resistance. In fact, not only should you believe me when I say that, believe your lion eyes. If you are right here thinking about taking the trade, what is one of the first principles before pulling the trigger in CTV or CTV Plus? You have everything in alignment. What is one of the last things that let me ask you a question. When you're about to go through an intersection, if you're about to, turn left on an intersection across a highway, even if it's a 1-lane or a 2-laner, you look to the right. You don't see anybody. You look in front of you. You got your blinker on. You're looking behind you, right? Don't you always look? You have to look left. Then you look right. Then you look left one more time, right? You've got to look both ways before you cross the intersection. Unfortunately, for a lot of traders, we only look right. We only look here about where we want to go. And that's called greed, right? How much can I make? Can I get it here? Let me take the trade. And you forget to look left. If you do that when you drive, you die. If you forget to do that when you trade, you lose money. So, in driving, it's a little bit more serious because you die. Like literally, you will die because you'll get hit head on. Or what do they call that? T-boned, I think. If you get hit like in the middle at a T, T-bone, right? So just remember this. You'll in fact, I now know that you will never forget it because of this analogy that I just gave you. So look what happens. I'm right here. I take a look to the left and I go, uh-oh, hold the phone. Michael said that these levels are resistance levels and they should be respected. Do you think price action already respected these levels? Do you see how it already happened? It literally happened 8 minutes ago. Price came up, bang, bang, down she goes. Beautiful, right? Isn't it beautiful to see the respect of the levels? And yet you want to trade like there's nothing here. So the good news is that with our indicators and the way I've coded it, you have something on your chart that nobody else has. I haven't seen one single day trading system out there that has this, let alone this, and this. But forget about my custom indicators. How many of them show you yesterday's close and the pre-market high right on there? Boom. So when you look left, holy cow, I can't take that trade yet. Got it? Can't take the trade. So test and retest means it's going to come back up and do what? It's going to test it. Why do you say test? Well, because it's already done that. I want to just test it, see if it's going to do that again. So I want it to do that. I want it to go up here. And if it tests and breaks through it, that's great. But now there's something that I call retest. And it's not something that I call. It's a term that's used out there. I want it to come back. Look, guys, pay attention. Boom, boom, boom. I want it to pull back and hold that pre-market level. Because if it does, they get negative candle, negative candle, negative candle, and then it turns back around with a reversal candle, confirmation, and then I look here and I got everything check, check, check still. That's my trade. That's your entry. Because look what has been created. If this happens and you break above this level and then it pulls back to it to hold or retest, look what just was created with the pullback of it. Do you see? A higher high. That's called structure. Structure in the direction that you want to trade. And if it holds here, boom, boom, guess what else it just created? Boom, boom, a higher low. The definition of trend is higher high, higher low. You see how this is so much better? Now, yes, you missed the move here. But do you see how this is so much better structurally as a trade to take here than it is here up against this level? Everybody see that? Clear it. Boom. So you've got pre-market. You've got previous swing. You've got yesterday's close. and you're right here and you want to take the trade. I want to see it break through. Come on. Come on. Now look what happened, guys. Look what happened. Look what happened. Did it hold the pre-market level, yes or no? No, it did not. No, it didn't. The yellow line here is the pre-market. It did not hold. You would want to see it stop right there and then start moving up higher. It did not. It broke through it, which would lead me to believe maybe the 10 o'clock shift will be this way, which I'm going to show you in a second. It did not hold it. So now we defer to the next level. We just happen to have another one. Did it hold this level? Well, it did temporarily. Temporarily it did. The next candle came down here. So now what am I thinking? Not really, right? But it did reverse. So you poked through it and it immediately came right back. Not only that, yes, 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 I'm still good. If I get a reversal candle, confirmation candle, I'm in. Boom, boom. You see it? So it dipped below a little bit. It did break, boom, break, up, back up, reversal, confirmation. That is called a test and a retest. And that is a hold of that level. And now what you don't see is this. You see how this came up and then dropped, right? This held and reversed. So that's kind of the first lesson, is that this is the trade. This is it here. And see this is where you would have gotten yellow bar, bang, exit. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Entry, exit. High probability of success.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video from Trade With Me Now. Make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you make sure that you catch our next video right when it's released. Also, if you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comments section below. And of course, if you want to learn more about Trade With Me Now or join our community of profitable traders, go to tradewithmenow.com. There's also a link in the description below.